Hey, so we've got another lick lesson coming up today, and we've got 3 licks on this one, taken from the Joe Satriani self-titled album, which is the orangey kind of colour, cover, whichever way you look at it. And they're from a song called S.M.F, which is track number 5 off of that album, and it's really chilled. It's got a really kind of sort of stripped back blues vibe with just basically drums, bass and guitar, and that's pretty much it. So you can really hear Joe Satriani's talent within this. Obviously I'm not going to do it justice in the way Satriani would, but you'll get an idea of these licks as we go through. So there's 3 licks, varying degrees of difficulty. So you've got the first one, which is quite an epic journey, so I've put the best one first or the hardest one first. And the second one is really chilled but quite easy to, I guess, chuck into your own playing easily and quickly. And the third one has got more of a Hendrix vibe, so you can see where Satriani's influences come from as well. So they're very chilled. The first one, it's all sort of, it's 12/8 timing as far as I remember. So we've got 12/8 timing. I say they're fairly chilled. They're not actually that chilled, but the vibe is very chilled, put it that way. And you can do that thing where you pull out of these licks what you would like and put it into your own playing, so you don't have to play the whole thing. You can draw from it just tiny little snippets and put it into your playing as you need to. If you do like this, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell button and visiting all the socials. The tab is free on my website, link below, and there are more lessons and lots of jamming tracks on patreon.com/dance page. And also, if you want t-shirts, you can find those as well, link below. Win-win, right? Nice one. Okay, I shall leave you with all 3 licks coming up now. So your first lick, really, it's all based around, or these licks are based around kind of like the pentatonic and dorian mix, really. So we're starting with this kind of that movement there, which is something most would not normally do. So we're looking in the key of B with this. That would be a pentatonic, and then your dorian gives you that. Straightforward enough if you know the modes, but you don't need to know your modes to learn it. You can just try and find that formation and the pattern. So you've got 7 third string to the 9, 7 on the second, and then using the first finger to flip back to the 7 on that third string. Then you've got the 10, 7, 9 on, and then 7 again on the second string, with a bend straight after, semitone bend, bringing in the blues note. So on the 3rd string, 9th fret, to the 7th fret on the 2nd string, with a run down of 9, 7, 9. So that's 3rd string to the 4th string. So that part of the lick would go. I'll do that again. So you've got kind of a shuffle pattern on this loop. Well, yeah, pretty much a shuffle pattern on this. Then you work with, after that part there, so the 9 semitone bend coming down the 7, 9, 7, 9. So back to the 9 on the 3rd string. I've been using my 3rd finger to flip across, so from the 4th string, hold it down over to the 3rd string as well. Pulling that one off, for some reason I pull that, but you can pick it. I'm not sure what Satriani does. So you've got 9 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 1st, and then you've got your semitone bend again on the 9th fret 3rd string. This is where it gets a little bit trickier in a sense, just because of the speed increases slightly, in the sense of what you're playing. So you've got your 9 on the 3rd string semitone, 7 2nd string, 7 1st string, then it's going to be 10, 10 on the 2nd string, pull that off to the 7 on the same string obviously, then you're straight to the 9 on the 3rd string. Then you same finger, you're flipping that across to the 2nd string, 9 pull off to 7, back to the 9 on the 3rd, and then another run through the blues scale this time, of starting from the 7th fret 2nd string, 7, 10, 9, 7, 9 on the 4th string, 9 on the 3rd string, and then a semitone bend on that 7th fret 3rd string, so that just brings in the major 3rd as you go through this. Nice little kind of what do you call it, sort of a clash of notes in many ways, but adding some tension to the playing. So there you go, that's lick number 1. Let's move on to lick number 2. Lick 2, so this one is probably one of my favourites just because it's so simple but really effective and easy to play, but to get the right sort of phrasing and right vibe, that's kind of what makes this work. And nice use of bends as well, just semitone bends. So we start with the 7 to the 9 on the 2nd string, so, and then you go to the 7 on the 1st string. That's your first 3 notes. Now that last 7 that you play in that block of 3, you want to make that staccato note. It adds to the phrasing. So then you go to the 10th fret on the same string, 1st string. So full tone bend, 1st bend, and then come back down and a slower but semitone bend. So just like that. If you can do that, that's great. So you're aiming for the pitch of the 12th fret on the 1st bend, and the pitch of the 11th fret on that 2nd bend. So you're starting with really nice, love that. Then you end up with just a kind of almost a legato run, where you're pulling off. I pull off all the way through, it just makes it smoother. So like that. So I'm picking the first of every string but then pulling off. So you've got 7 on the 1st string, 10 pull off to 7 on the 2nd string, and then 9 pull off to 7 3rd string, and the 4th string exactly the same, 9 pull off to 7. So playing it a bit slower, you have really nice, and you just want to get the attack right on those bends for one thing, and then that nice descending smooth pull off run. That needs to be quite attacking every note but trying to keep it very level as it goes through. So there you are, that's lick number 2. Let's move on to lick number 3. Lick number 3, it's a bit of a tricky one for the fingers to get into the bend, but if you're Hendrix, and if you are Satriani, then you'll be able to play this really easily. If you're me or anyone else, you cannot, but I thought I'd show you it anyway. So you've got your 10th fret full tone bend on the 2nd string, and then you're coming down a nice little run of 7 on the 1st string, 10 7 on the 2nd string, and then that part is nice and straightforward, but that bend is all important. I kind of delay the push to get to the pitch that you're going to, which is the pitch of the 12th fret, and you're taking it gradually rather than swooping straight away. So that is nice all by itself, just to learn to do that. Then you have your 7 10 7 running down, excuse me, and then you start with the 9th fret. Then you have the 9th fret on the 3rd string, which is a standard kind of cliche Chuck Berry-ish rock and roll-y style lick, and that is 9 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 2nd, 7 on the 1st. Then your little finger comes across to the 10th fret. Now this is something slightly more unusual to most. You're doing 10 on the 1st, 10 on that 2nd. So you have, that's the next part of the lick. So 10, 10, 9th fret, bend it up as much as you can get within the speed and time you have, and then you have that area there, which is the 7th fret with vibrato, all important. But that bend on the 9th fret, you stop it at the top of it, straight to the 7th fret with vibrato. Now if I play that part slowly, you have from the beginning, really nice lick. It's just the speed of the track which Satriani is playing it over is actually quite quick to put that into place. But if you apply it over slower jamming tracks or faster ones but just half speed, then you can actually put it in quite easily and it sounds great. I love that lick. Something I wouldn't normally do, but it works really well. Then you're finishing the lick with a pull off from the 9 to the 7 on the D string, and then it's a hammer on the 7 to the 9 G, and then a triplet E type fill from the 9 pull off to the 7, and then it's the 9 on the 4th string. So that's like, and then you're finishing with the 6th fret on the D string, and you're just bending it up as much as you want to. I would suggest trying to bring it to the pitch of the A note. It says full tone on the tab, but that takes you up to the B flat, which kind of takes it out of the scale that we're using. So it depends how much tension you want to build, to be honest with you. That's that. So I'll try and play it slower for you now, and you end up with something along the lines of this: 2, 3, and 4, and that was almost right. And it goes again. That one was right. There you go. I'll hand you back to me before my voice goes. There we are. There you have it. So firstly, the fires in LA, that is horrendous, and I just best wishes go out to everyone that's involved, and I hope everyone is staying as safe as they can. I can't comprehend how people feel out there, and it seems pretty horrendous. I see it on the news over here. So yeah, so I just wish you all the best of luck out there if you're watching from LA, and just stay safe as you can. So that is that, really. Not much more I can say, I'm afraid. So all that aside, not trying to sweep it under the carpet as it is, but if you do like this, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, hitting that bell button, and visiting all the socials along with the Patreon, the shop, and the website for your free guitar tab. Lots more coming up soon, and the more you interact, the more I can create for you guys. Oh no, Siri's piping up. Go away, Siri. There we go. Right, there we have it. I shall see you all next week, and I don't know what we're going to do next week. We'll find out, won't we? Nice one. See you later. Bye.